What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today I'm going to be showing you more of my custom Avengers Infinity War minifigures. Before we get into this, there will be spoilers for Avengers Infinity War throughout this video, because I have to talk about some of these characters, and I can't talk about some of these characters without spoiling the movie, so I'm not going to say the last video had some major spoilers. This video doesn't have as many major spoilers, it just has mild spoilers, so if you don't mind about small spoilers, then I think you're safe to keep watching the video. But yesterday I showed you my Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, and Loki custom minifigures. Today I'll be showing you Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, and Iron Spider. So we're gonna start off with Hawkeye here, and you're probably telling me, or asking me, why did you make Hawkeye? He's not in the movie. Well, I just thought the Hawkeye minifigure in general needed to be changed up a little bit. I kept the same torso, arms, legs, bow from the Civil War version, and the same hairpiece. But what I changed was the face print. So the face print, I found that the new Han Solo face print from Solo: A Star Wars Story, I just thought it had more of a resemblance to Jeremy Renner, and I just thought that this face in general had more of a resemblance to Jeremy Renner than the face print they used in Civil War, which was the same same face print they used on Captain America, which I don't think was bad, but I thought this face print just had much more of a resemblance to Jeremy Renner. And I found that the Hawkeye face print from Civil War actually worked even better for Han Solo. And I also gave him a quiver piece because for some reason the Lego version had a printed on quiver, so I just gave him a black quiver for the back there. But I'm going to go through some different hair options. So he comes with this light brown, like I guess reddish brown hairpiece. Like this, I think it's called the Sleepy hairpiece in the reddish brown color, which he doesn't really have reddish brown hair. He has more of like the color that's like a balance between the light tan color and dark tan color they include in sets. So you could of course give him the dark tan version of that hairpiece, which I just didn't think it really looked like him, and I thought it kind of made him look too old. You could also go with Thor's, or the Newt Scamander hairpiece, which has now been used on Thor in the Infinity War sets. But once again, I just thought it didn't work. And then a different hair option is this hairpiece, which is used on Marty McFly and such, so in the light orange color from the original Star-Lord minifigure, the darker red color, which I think I like this the best out of the two options of this hairpiece, but I think I like it more, I like the color more than the lighter orange, but I think that the original hairpiece works better because the color that you're looking for is a balance between the dark tan and light tan colors in Lego, and I just haven't seen them make that color before. So I don't think any of the hair options here are really actually the best, except for the original version. And then you could also go with the Star-Lord face print, because I just thought because he does have a little bit of facial hair in Civil War and some of the other movies, so you could also go with the Star-Lord face print for a little bit of his scruff. But that's pretty much it for Hawkeye. I just gave him the quiver and the Han Solo face print, or you could change up the hair and give him the Star-Lord face print if you wish. Now next up we have Doctor Strange, and this one is definitely not the most accurate, but I don't have a Doctor Strange minifigure, so it's pretty limited. Now you might be saying the cape is purple, and I know, but the problem is I don't have any of the capes that have kind of, the top collar piece in red, so I had to use the purple one from the Wizard from the minifigure series 13, I believe it was. And it has moons and stars, so I just turned it the other way around so you couldn't see it. And you could also use the minifigure series 13 Evil Wizard, but that one just had too much of a big design. So if you have a red cape with the collar piece, use that. Or you could just use the plain red cape without the collar piece, but I don't have a red cape with the collar piece. Then for the torso and legs, I went with the Bard from the Battle of the Five Armies sets. I know it's probably not the most accurate, and it doesn't have the Eye of Agamotto, but it's just the best torso and leg options I could find. So the Bard, the Bowman from the Battle of the Five Armies set, and just sets in general, I used those torso and legs. I used Bard's face just because I thought he doesn't, Benedict Cumberbatch as Stephen Strange doesn't really have sideburns, but I just thought the facial hair with the kind of mustache was the best. And I went with the black Superman hairpiece from Batman vs. Superman. But another face option that I thought looked okay, and also his cape, is called the Cloak of Levitation, not just the cape, by the way. Or I guess the Cloak of Levitation. But you could go with Aragorn's face print, which is another option. I just didn't think like work the best. But like I said, he doesn't really have sideburns like this face print. And he does have, like, in the first Doctor Strange, like in Infinity War, it looks like he has more black hair. But in the first Doctor Strange, he has more brown hair, so you could go with the Steve Trevor hairpiece, which is the same as that black Superman hairpiece, but in dark brown. And you could go with the Aragorn face print, which I think looks a little bit better because it doesn't have, like, all the sideburns. And that's pretty much it for Doctor Strange. I did give him 2 of these dish pieces with the kind of, see-through transparent, like, clip stud pieces, I don't know what you want to call them, with the trans orange dishes, and one of them fell on the floor, but those are the pieces that I use for his magic abilities. If you have a green dish, you could use that for when he's using the Eye of Agamotto, or I guess the Time Stone, when he's using that. But that's pretty much it for Doctor Strange. Moving on to our final minifigure, we have the Iron Spider. And for this one, if you only have the Homecoming version, or if you only have the Civil War version, you could just use those torsos. But I looked at his suit, and I came to a conclusion that I used the Civil War torso because I thought the spider symbol on it was more accurate to the design of the spider symbol in Infinity War, even though it's obviously not big enough for the scale of, like, how large it is on the torso in Infinity War. But I just thought that it was more accurate, even though it isn't big enough. And then for the arms, I actually went with the Homecoming arm because they have the stripe on them, or like the stripes that the suit in Infinity War does have. So I gave him the Civil War torso and the Homecoming arms. I gave him the Homecoming and Civil War versions have the same legs, so I used those legs, of course. I used the same head print the head print is also the same, so I used that head print, of course. And then for the neck brace attachment, or for the arms, I used the Outrider arm piece, which you can get in the Outrider Dropship Attack and most of the Infinity War sets. And for the arms, I used the same kind of, I call them mech finger pieces for the arms. And I was going to use the gold tooth pieces, which are these, which are actually used on Lego's design. So I was originally going to go with Lego's design, but I could only find 2 of those. So what I thought was more accurate was I went with these kind of Ninjago blade pieces, which I thought was even better for his arms. And they kind of hold him off the ground, which they actually do in Infinity War in the actual movie. So I thought that the arms I thought that was the best design for the arms. And then, of course, for the head, I went with Marty McFly's head with the new Han Solo hairpiece, because his hair does look like that at some points in Infinity War. And I thought the Marty McFly face print just worked the best for him in general. So that's pretty much it for all these custom minifigures. I'm just going to clarify something here before I end off, is that there might be, I'm saying there might be a lack of videos in the summer, like last year, just because I kind of, like, you guys let me know if you have any ideas for what you want me to do in the future in the comments, because I'm kind of running out of ideas. I've reviewed all the sets I can review. I'm going to work on a funny Infinity War parody stop motion, and I'm going to work on the Shocker Episode 2 in stop motion, so be expecting some stop motions coming up, and maybe a couple videos. Like, I have my Infinity War, or not Infinity War, my Newfoundland trip slideshow coming up soon. And I'm thinking of doing a studio/room tour. Let me know if you want to see that in the comments. But other than that, I don't really have any plans for the summer. So you guys let me know if you have any ideas for what I should do next in the comments. But that's pretty much it for this video. I'm showing you my custom Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, and Iron Spider from Infinity War. You guys let me know what you think of these minifigures in the comments. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye.